Good evening, sir.
Evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
The Tarun won't come today, sir. He's gone out, sir.
Okay.
He has an excuse for every day.
To Mahabalipuram, I think. Actually, he
Oh.
said.
Okay.
Hey, Nitish, today I joined with you only because see this 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute.
Yeah. I saw it at the start. I joined.
I
believe
totally did not join 40 seconds ago.
I know. So, a school teacher had a very interesting method to remember the trigonometric tables.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
She basically wrote like four numbers. One, like there is sign 0, 30, 45. Like they put 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and then she put
Means,
like
sir, even you did it, sir. Like you told sine and cos are related and tan and cot are related and what is this?
Yeah.
Cosec and sec are related. That's what we did in the previous class. You can do it like that also.
for some
No
reason
problem.
because some people didn't answer properly, we had to write it 5 times.
Okay.
No, it's just ma'am told not for that. She just told for practice. I mean, if
Finish.
you
Where is
write
Kamlesh?
something,
So he should join by now. So I don't know what happened.
Okay.
if you write something so many times, you can remember it easily. Like in sixth standard, seventh standard, I wrote the what is this? The valency chart 150 times,
Only studied it
and
once,
I
bro. I
remember
remember everything.
and I remember a single thing, every single thing still now.
That logic, I should have gone like 80 on 80 history last year. I wrote the whole book, and I still got so much left. So I'll just make a call to that. Can you make a call to him?
Okay, ask him this, bro.
He's on his computer only. Call him.
Okay.
So what chapter are we doing, sir?
We are starting coordinate geometry.
Is that it has nothing to do with shapes, like I mean, yeah, geometry, but like calculation.
So is it happening in your school also?
And now only
No,
like
sir.
scratching trigonometric tables. So.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So they haven't gone to anything else?
We skip most of the part in the middle also, sir.
Sir, they skipped
Like
like
midpoint
11
theorem,
chapters in
those
the
are not
middle,
in this.
sir.
Okay.
Here he is. I
No
always knew
problem.
Mac PC was really slow.
She's too lenient, that's why she can't teach.
Okay. So let's begin. So what all things do you know about coordinate geometry at the first place? Is
Sir,
there
Y
that's an
coordinate.
x-axis and that's a y-axis.
Mhm.
There
The
is
x-axis
positive numbers,
is
negative numbers,
yeah, the x-axis
the line.
goes vertically and the y-axis goes. Sorry, it's the other way. It's the other way.
No.
Sorry.
X only goes horizontal. Y goes vertical only.
Hey. Yeah.
Okay.
You're right only, it is Uncle.
Sangalp.
Okay, so chapter name is coordinate geometry. Start from the very basic. Today's class will be little bit light.
Sir, will we be using GeoGebra?
We can, why not?
Because it's
But
full of
may not be
coordinates.
required now in this class. But if needed, we will use certain.
Sir
Yes.
finds it amusing.
You have experienced it?
We don't need games. We only need.
Okay, great. So starting from the definition, okay?
Oh,
So there are certain basic terminologies which we should be aware of. First of all, those we will see and then gradually proceed. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay. This is not the one. Next. Yeah. So what is coordinate geometry? Coordinate geometry is one of the branches of mathematics, like the one you know, algebra, right? And what do you know? Number theory,
Quadrant.
trigonometry. So like algebra, trigonometry, coordinate geometry is also a branch of mathematics, which a pair of two numbers called coordinates used to represent the position of a point with respect to two mutually perpendicular lines called coordinate axes. So you must be able to relate these terms.
Yes.
So x-axis, y-axis, there is a graph chart, all that.
Sorry, sir. What were you telling? I was connecting my headset.
I was telling
Very.
that basically coordinate geometry is one of the branches of mathematics, like any other algebra and trigonometry, in which there is a setup. The setup is of the form that there are two lines called as x-axis, y-axis. Each point on that plane containing those two lines is represented by pair of coordinates, by pair of numbers.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So while on the way, we will see what is dependent variable and what is independent variable. Okay. So you must be, I mean, you are of course aware of linear equations. Yes. All of these
Yes.
you are familiar with. 3x
Yes, sir.
plus 4y equal to 5 and all like that. They are all linear equations where there are two variables,
Yes.
x and y. Okay. Now the only difference is in the representation. The
Yes, sir.
way which we write as equal to on the right and on the left. If a variable comes here, then here that variable is called as independent variable. Okay. And if a variable is coming here on the left hand side of the equal sign, that variable is called as dependent variable.
Yes, sir.
The same equation, a variable can be by the swap of place can become independent or dependent. It is only the location which makes a variable dependent or
Sir,
independent.
so if I switch the dependent to the independent side and independent to dependent side, the dependent will become independent and the independent will become dependent.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So here, as you can
Okay.
see, x is the independent variable because it is coming on the right side of the equal sign.
Yes, sir.
However, y is the dependent variable because it is coming on the left side. Similarly,
Oh,
here
it's
also,
only the variable, not 3x minus 6.
no, only the variable.
Okay, sir.
So already have values, so it's not dependent on.
Similarly, x here is independent and this here is dependent.
So shouldn't the left hand side be independent and the right hand side be dependent?
No. So the thing is, the working pattern is such that we first plug in the values of our choice on the right side. Then we calculate the value and then we assign that value to the left side. Okay.
So why
Like,
did they get the name dependent and independent, sir?
so I'll tell you. So see, look at this calculation. put x equal to 0. What is y?
0. Sorry.
No, 2 into 3, see, 2 into 3 into 0 minus 5, like that whole equation is equal to y.
So 7 minus 10, that is minus
Sir,
3,
it is minus 3.
right?
Yes,
So
sir.
was I free to put 0? I did it of my choice.
Yes.
But
Yes, sir.
minus 3 came after plugging in the value 0. So it is our standard way of calculation that we first plug in the values of our choice in the right hand side, whatever is there, x or y, doesn't matter. Like in the same way, when you write English language, from where you write, left to right, no?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
But the language Urdu is written from right to left.
Even Japanese.
Even Japanese. So the way of doing few things has been standardized. That is what makes somebody dependent or independent.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Next. Now I swapped x and y. In this place, what happened? Since
will be-
y comes
is the
on the
independent.
right hand side of the equal sign, y became independent. So my
Sir,
method of
you can also insert the value to the dependent, right, sir? We can also calculate.
I can, no
Very
problem.
harder.
But
You just have
only
to
thing
swap.
what I am saying is there is a standard way of writing, of calculating. We generally follow this procedure of plugging in independently in the right side variable. Okay. So you can realize it in
Sir,
this way.
but we can do it like this also, right, sir? We can take the same equation x is equal to 5y plus 7 and make it x by 5 minus 7 is equal to y. Then
That is
still the
yeah,
same.
that'll be harder.
No.
What do you,
Like
what
I'm
do you think?
saying,
Look at this.
Give x a value and
I
then
understand.
transpose it.
Which of these looks logical? X equal to
X is
2,
equal
2
to 2.
equal to 2.
X is equal to 2.
but both
This is
make
the
sense,
one.
right, sir? Both make the same sense.
Both make
This looks
sense.
better
I'm
though.
not denying. I'm not denying. What I'm saying is this we prefer. This is more preferable. We assign the value to the left place. Okay.
Yes.
It is just for the sake of convention only. There is nothing wrong if we do other way also. Both are of course same.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So in
sir.
this case, this becomes dependent. In this case, y
But
being
some
on the
reason
right
2 is
side
equal
of
to
the
x
equal sign.
doesn't make sense. 2 is not equal. I mean, x is 2 is not equal to x because how can 2 be
We
equal to
No,
write
x?
that.
Like that.
What
Like
do you
that. For
mean?
some
2
reason,
is
it doesn't.
equal to x.
I know it means the same thing, but like it doesn't sound good.
see both of you. We prefer the left side. End of the discussion.
Yeah.
Okay. Nobody is right or wrong. We just prefer the left side. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So your video is see Sankar, they prefer my answer, not yours.
Same thing for these, right?
So your
Yes,
voice
sir.
is broken.
Yeah, it will come
Oh, okay.
automatically.
Now it can.
Okay. So moving on. The question is in this way. Express the equation in the form so that x is dependent and y is independent.
Know everything.
So what should we do?
So transpose minus 5y plus 20
It's
to the other side.
Sir,
5y
4x.
minus 20 by 4. It is
Why
0
4?
by 4
No, 4x is
plus
no. You need to do that.
5y
So for the first one
minus 20.
is 5y
4x
minus
equals
20
5y minus
5y
20.
minus 20. That's it. Why are you
and
making it so
x
complicated?
is
No,
1 by
I'm making
4
it like
5y minus 20. That is x equal to 5 by
5y minus
4y minus 5. So here y is independent and x is Dependent. Okay. What if I wanted to do the opposite? X to be independent and Y dependent. So I keep Y on the left side. Yes?
So
That'll be difficult.
No
Minus
difference.
It'll be
seven.
easy.
No, it becomes minus,
Minus
right?
4x
Oh,
minus
Yeah,
20.
multiply the
oh,
entire
I
equation
forgot
with
about that.
minus.
I forgot about
5y
Then
equals 4x plus 20.
my 1 by minus
1 by
5 minus
5. Yes.
minus
So we can
calculate.
first multiply the entire equation with -1 to like make it easier, right?
no problem. You can do it at any place.
Because it makes calculation easier.
Yeah, but doesn't make your life
There's a
easier.
two-step calculation. What is difficult?
X
So
is
X is independent and
dependent.
Y is dependent. Making sense?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next. So let's understand the
Oh, this
meaning of
is
the
dark
word.
red. That means it's tough.
There's nothing to do
Yeah.
there. There's nothing
Yeah.
to do there. It's not even a question.
Now let's understand this term
It's hard to
ordered
understand.
pair.
Okay, it's hard one. Okay, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Ordered pair is basically somebody who is written like this, where A and B are any numbers.
Like integers or only anything?
Any number.
Any rational number.
1 by
Any
3, 4 by 5,
rational,
6 by 9.
any irrational, anybody.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now there is a difference between just calling it a pair of
But
two
A is root
numbers.
-1.
So no, not that
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Only real numbers.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when we say ordered pair and when we say only pair, they both are different things. Okay. So
Yes,
as
sir.
a pair, how they are different? First of all, as a pair,
B is the consecutive number of A.
yeah. So what comes in the first place matters. What comes in the second place also matters. We cannot freely swap them. So those pairs are standardized and we call them ordered pairs. They are separated by commas, put under the parenthesis. The first place is called the first component and the second place is called the second component. So if I'm writing the pair 5, 7, can you tell who is the first component?
5.
5,
5.
5. Who is the second component?
7.
7.
Right. Now look at this pair also. It is an ordered pair. Both
0, 0.
first and second components, they are 0.
Are
It can
equal.
happen. Okay.
Or like 1 and 1.
It can
2 and 2
happen.
like that.
Yes. Also, it can happen that the first pair is bigger than the first component is bigger than the second component. Like 0 is a bigger number than -6. I can even place first component to be smaller also. So there is no difficulty. Anybody can be bigger, anybody can be small.
Yeah, I
Now,
don't understand the 0 and -6. So how so? -6 is smaller.
there is
What
no,
do you
It
mean
can
no.
be
there?
smaller.
So that's what I'm saying.
6 is smaller.
Being small or big doesn't matter while making ordered pair.
Even -2 is smaller than 3 1 by 2.
Yes.
Oh.
Doesn't matter whether we are putting a small at the first place or the second place.
So like the
It
numerical
doesn't
value
matter.
in our eye should be bigger.
Nobody matters as they just are real numbers.
Nothing matters.
Anybody, nothing matters.
I can write 7 and 5.
You can write.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you said you have to write only 5 and 7.
No, no.
Both
No.
of them are
When
not
did I
equal.
say?
That's what sir is telling.
No.
When did I say?
Oh. Oh, so minus 6 and 0 and minus 6 are not the same.
Yes. So
Oh.
that is what I wanted to see, that when we say ordered pair, this is
Nitish,
exactly what it
keep a
means.
two-dimensional graph in
Sure,
your
sure, sure, sure.
mind. It will become easier.
I understand.
Ordered
Oh,
paired
yeah,
means
nice. That's good.
swapping the first and second place makes them different. Okay. So 5, 7 and 7, 5, they are not treated as same. However, if I already had same numbers at both places and swapping them will give me the same pair, that is fine. So then they are of course considered same.
Actually, what Sankar told was also nice, like very smart.
Yes, yes. Whichever way is
On graph.
convenient to you. Now there is a, so I'm going to tell you a very helpful way. Okay. Consider yourself to be like this. Let's say this is the collection of all numbers. Okay. In this boundary, in this bag, all numbers are put.
Not
Integer,
infinite.
natural, rationals, irrationals, all real numbers. Okay. In this bag, I put all ordered pairs. Everybody here looks like something in this format.
But
Where
there are
these
more ordered
places,
pairs than numbers, right? So because
How
can have
the numbers are infinite and ordered
No,
pairs
no,
are
no, no.
also infinite.
it is the way.
But
So
ordered
what
pairs are
I'm
technically more.
saying,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is the constituents of these two bags are structurally different. Okay. A typical element in the first bag will probably look like 5.111. Okay. Or probably will look like 3, or probably will look like -6. However, the constituents in the second bag are ordered pairs. They look like 5,
1,
7.
5, 3, 1, 5, 7.
They look like 2, 3. They look like 0, 6. This
21, comma, negative 21.
21 comma negative 21 is there. Okay. So structurally, the constituents are different in this way. Now, there is a notion of equality in these two in the first bag, right? I say that 3 is equal to 3 in the first bag. I know what is the meaning of saying 3 equal to 3, right? I know this meaning.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, in the second bag also, I define a notion of equality. How?
Zero,
Two
six,
ordered,
0, 6.
if I'm saying two ordered pairs are equal, it means their respective places should be equal. Okay. So, taken in this way,
Sir,
what
6,
about,
7, comma is equal to 6, 7, comma.
yes, but
6
the
comma, sir.
2,
6,
3,
comma, 7.
2,
6, 7,
3
comma.
is an
6.
ordered pair, right?
Yeah, 6,
Yes,
comma,
Yes,
7.
sir.
2, 4 also is an ordered pair, but
Yes, sir.
they are not equal.
Because 3 and 4 are different.
3 and 4 are different. So only and only if both places are same, then only we say that two ordered pairs are equal. Otherwise, we say that they are different,
I can also say that 2, 3 and 3, 2 is not the same. Right?
not the same, where both places are different.
Yes, sir.
Everybody understands?
Yes, sir. That means 2, 3
Sir,
and 2 both
sir,
separate.
can I say 3 minus 1, comma,
3
2 minus 1 is equal 2 minus 1 is equal to 4 minus 2 comma 2 minus 1.
So equality plays with only two ordered pairs. What you are giving me is four ordered
Gonna pass.
pairs.
Sir,
Sir, no. He's
no,
telling like
I said 3 minus 1 comma 2 minus 1 is equal to 4 minus 2
What is 3 minus 1? So
Ma'am,
this one?
sir, 3 minus 1 is 2 and 2 minus 1
Okay.
is 1
Okay.
is equal
It's just
to
making the
4,
same thing harder.
4
That's it.
minus 2
Okay.
comma 2 minus 1.
So what is 3 minus 1? It's 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So just evaluate and check the respective places.
We'll get questions like this.
Making sense?
Yes, sir.
Just evaluate respective places and see whether the first place of both pairs is equal or not, and the second
order.
place of
But you
both
said the
pairs.
number should be same, right, sir?
Well, if you evaluate it, if it's same,
What
it's
is 3 minus 1? At the end has to be some number, no? It
it
has
is an
to fit in
expression.
this. It is
Expressions
to
must be
fit
evaluated.
in this ordered pairs. Okay. So I can anyway write complicated expressions at each places. At the end, to compare, I have to calculate those expressions first.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Yeah.
So what about x comma y is equal to a comma b? We don't know its value, but it could be same way.
Yes. So basically, they are only variables. Only when we assign something, we give them some values. From
Yes.
the information, pair xy equal to pair AB as ordered pairs, I can only say that whatever their values are, x must be equal to A and
Yes.
y must be equal to B.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So moving on. So try this. Find the values of x and y if these ordered pairs are equal.
X
So what
is
about
minus
the
7 and y is 4.
yes?
Okay.
So I have an ordered pair which says x4 is equal to minus 7y. I should have the first component
Oh, okay. That's
to
easy.
be equal to first
Second one.
component. Second
Thought it's hard.
component should be second component.
Yeah, I
So
thought I
x
had to
is
draw the
minus
graph and
7
all and so on.
and
Yes, sir.
4 must be equal to y. That is x is equal to minus 7 and y is equal to 4. Understandable?
So
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Second part.
wait a minute.
I have now an ordered pair which looks like this. Want to know for which values of x and y this ordered pair is equal after calculating the expressions.
Sir,
See?
x should be 4 and x plus y should be...
No, x
I
is
got
7
it. So x is 7. Why I
and
don't
y
know.
is minus 1. Minus 1.
Oh,
Oh, it's x
y
plus
and y
y.
gets
Okay.
cancelled,
So
right?
the
When you
first place is same as the first place.
Oh, x
That
should
is
be
the
equal.
first component is same as first component.
Sir,
Second component
and x plus y should be 6.
x plus y should be 6. So now just solving the equation, this
So x
tells
is
me
7, y is 2.
x is 7
Y is
and
2.
y is 6 minus x.
Minus
So 6
minus
minus
4,
7
so 2.
minus
Oh, 7.
1.
Oh,
That
hey,
is x
I
equal to
wrote
7, y equal
comments
to minus. Let's try to plug in. X is 7. So 7 minus 3, 4.
4, sir.
6 anyway given. 4 anyway given. What is x plus y? 7 plus minus 1, 6.
6.
So they are equal. Making
Yes,
sense?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is basically what Sankar told.
Okay.
This is harder.
Yeah, just a bit harder.
So tough making question. It's either easy or impossible.
So some more terminologies. We know that ordered pair, how it looks like. Now there is a name of first component. The first component has two names and one geometrical feature. The names are x-coordinate and abscissa of the point, and the geometrical feature of the first component is the distance of the point along x-axis. This is related to first component.
Sir, why is there a lot of English in this chapter, sir?
It's just for the starting. It will be always repeated whenever you will study coordinate geometry. Probably then in the second time or third time, it will take less time. Okay.
Sir.
So similarly, in the second component of the ordered pair,
Yes, sir.
it has two names and one geometrical feature. The names are y coordinate and ordinate of the point, and the feature of geometrical nature is distance of the point along y-axis. Typically, a pair, an ordered pair like this is like this. So the first place is abscissa or the x coordinate, and the second place is the ordinate or the y coordinate. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next.
So are these words Greek?
No.
Yes.
Oh,
Little
wow.
bit.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes. Sir, what does co mean and coordinate?
Is
What does co mean in coordinates?
okay. So co term is assigned when there are two things intermixed together. Okay. For example, co. Okay. I have to think according to your understanding. The only word
Vasant
where
and
you
co.
have used. Have you come across with a word which starts with co?
Sec.
Hmm?
Cosec.
No, no, like
Yeah.
no,
A more
the
relatable one. A more
co
relatable one.
dash.
Okay, you must be
Co
knowing
dash.
co-workers,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Co-workers.
right? The co-workers, they are the workers who work together. So whenever a system is there where more than one components, more than one entities are involved, we use the word co.
Yes.
Here, there
It's
are
like a
two
pair.
entities which are involved to make an ordered pair. That's why we call that as coordinate. Okay. Okay. So graphically, how
Does
it
that
looks.
mean x coordinate means the x to y coordinates?
No,
Okay.
Okay. This hypothetical
You
question.
never say x coordinates to go to x comma y coordinates.
We'll see. We'll see. Don't worry.
We'll ask it, what is x coordinate?
Yeah.
I never ask y because it's like not even useful.
How can coordinates be only x there?
Yeah, y we never use. X is used.
no, you use it like what is the x coordinate of this object in the room? When I only want to know the x, I don't
Why
want
we
to know
don't
the y.
use.
So
Yes,
typically,
sir.
so after having learned the place names and so much of naming convention, let's see how literally things look like and where are we going to work. Okay. Most of our coordinate geometry chapter will be on this grid, which you are seeing on the top right. It is the horizontal line segment. For now, you are seeing it only as line segment, but these two arrows, no, they extend
It's a
to,
line.
yes, they extend indefinitely. So this arrow is an indication of the fact that
The
you
line
have a
segment.
line and not the line segment. Likewise,
Yes, sir.
these two arrows also indicate that
Two rays.
they are two extending arrows, which makes it a big line and not just a line segment. The horizontal one is called as x-axis and the vertical one is called as y-axis.
I was wrong. Nitish, you said I was right.
Now,
What do you mean? You are right only.
I
no
said
problem, no
the vertical
problem.
was x.
So yeah, so
Yeah,
now
I
it
said the
is a
vertical.
common
Okay, okay, okay.
understanding that whenever we put two lines in coordinate geometry called as x-axis and y-axis, we make sure that they intersect at 90 degrees. That is a standard.
Yes,
X
sir.
and y-axis always intersect at 90 degrees.
They're
Also,
perpendicular to each other.
perpendicular to each other. Also, the standard, this is one standard. Another standard is, you can see after putting these two lines perpendicularly, there is an intersection point. That point is called origin. Okay. That point, which is the intersection point of two axes,
It's a white.
is called origin. Also, this portion contains positive numbers. This portion contains positive numbers. This portion contains
Negative.
negative numbers, and this portion also contains negative numbers.
Negative.
So the top and right are positives, left and bottom are negatives. How are they going to help us to visualize ordered pairs? We'll soon get to know.
Yes.
Any questions
Pinpoint
still
the
there?
exact location.
No, sir.
Let's see.
Sir, in these pairs, are there like, can we do it in ratios like 2 comma 4 is equal to 1 comma 2 and 1:2 ratio?
I didn't get you.
Like, can we do these pairs in like ratios, sir? Like, can we say 2 comma 4 is equal to 1 comma 2 in a 2:1 ratio?
Yeah, so there is an understanding of that. What exactly it is, we will get to know soon. Okay. As of now, as soon as you declare an ordered pair equal to another ordered pair, you are saying first coordinate is same as first coordinate, second coordinate is same as second coordinate. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So ratio thing will come. It is there.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So why are you waiting?
Yeah, just a second. I ran out of images.
Oh. Yes.
Okay. one more thing is the following. The fact that just now, which I told you, that
Yes, sir.
two of them are positives, two of them are negatives, it is written in a better notation, and that notation is this form of quadrants.
Everything is horrible.
Yes. So what is a quadrant? Quadrant, as you realize, as soon as I put both x and y axis, it divides the entire plane into 4 regions. Correct?
Yes, sir.
A quadrant is the quarter, basically.
Exactly, yes. So it divides the whole entire planar region into 4 components,
Four
and
parts.
each of the components has a name. So that name is like this in the anti-clockwise notation. Right? What is that? First
Quadrants.
quadrant, then second quadrant, second to third,
Quadrant.
third to fourth. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So first quadrant refers to that place where x-axis portion is positive and y-axis portion is positive. The second quadrant refers to the place where x-axis portion is negative and y-axis portion is positive. So it is denoted by this minus plus symbol. Third quadrant is the one where both coordinates are negative. This one.
Yes,
Fourth
because XO
quadrant
and
is the
Y.
one.
So, bro, whenever I speak,
The
this
screen share is
going.
on.
Whenever I speak, it's going.
Bad luck.
What is our SUPW? Tomorrow we
How
have
it
SUPW. Yes. Okay.
goes.
So your video is like black. Ah, now we can see.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Your
So
screen sharing stops.
remember the place the names abscissa and ordinates.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So you should be able to connect to it in this way.
Oh. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh.
Now let's look at a picture. At a picture and understand the connection. Picture is this.
Yes. One second.
You understand what is happening? There are
Where's geometry in this?
four.
Sir?
It will come. Don't worry. It will come. So you can trust me. Geometry will come into it. But let's understand first the place where we are going to play. So there were 4 quadrants. I have 4 ordered pairs.
Yes.
One is 4, 2. I give the name it. I name it as A. Another is minus 5, 3. I name it as B. Another is minus 4, minus 5. I name it as C. And
Yes, sir.
another is 5 minus 2. I name it as D.
D.
So see, first you observe the location and then we will discuss.
Yes. This is why you said 4, 2 and 2, 4 are not the same, sir.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yes, sir.
let's include the third point, 4, 2 2, 4. 2, 4 will be somewhere here.
In the top. Yes, sir.
You all observe this picture, then we'll discuss.
Sir, but 4-2 and 2-4 lie on the same line, sir.
No, they do not.
How?
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
What line?
of
When you
figure out.
connect,
Any,
well,
in
sir,
fact,
when you
in
connect
fact,
EA,
yeah,
it's
I
like
get the
diagonal.
point. In
It's not
fact,
straight.
any 2 points
Yeah,
lie on the same line. Even
Sir,
the
but it's like
point B and
diagonal,
D,
right?
they lie
any
on the
line,
same
bro.
line.
Even D and E lie on the same line.
So being available on the same line doesn't mean that they are equal. Okay? Equality means coordinate-wise equality. Making sense?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So see, in the first ordered pair whose name is capital A, what is abscissa?
Yes, sir.
What is abscissa of the ordered pair of name A?
Oh,
4.
sir.
What did,
Can you hear me?
what did you say, sir? I don't understand.
Abscissa
What is
of A.
there were two terms, no? Abscissa and ordinate of an ordered
Yes,
pair.
access. Yeah. Yes, sir.
So for the ordered pair by name capital A, what is the abscissa
4,
and what is ordinate?
2.
2.
2. So 4 is a positive number, so lies on the right side of the x-axis. 2
Yes.
also a positive number, lies on the top side of the y-axis. And when we join, we get a pair on this plane denoted in this format. Now the method of moving is like this. For the number 4, you always start at origin. So you move 4 units horizontally along x-axis in the positive direction because 4 is positive. Then from here, you move 2 units in the direction of y-axis, positive y-axis because 2 is positive. Similarly, for the point by name capital B, I have abscissa as -5 and ordinate as 3. -5 is a negative number. So I start anyway. I always, after plotting anybody, if I want to plot anybody, I always start at origin. So -5 being the negative number, I walk along x-axis starting at the origin in the negative direction, 5 units.
Yes.
And then in the positive direction of y-axis. Why? Because ordinate is positive, 3. So 3. That is the position of -5, comma 3 as an ordered pair. Similarly, for the third point by name
-4
capital C,
-5.
both abscissa and ordinate are same. They are negative numbers, right?
Yes, sir.
So I mean, not same, but they are negative numbers. So first I stand at origin.
Yes,
I
sir.
see that abscissa is -4, negative. So I walk
Yes, sir.
negative 4 units, then negative 5 units. That means in the negative direction of y-axis, 5 units,
Yes.
and I reach -4, -5. This is the location. Similarly, 5 -2, 5 units in the positive direction of x-axis, and then from there 2 units in the negative direction of x-axis, and I reach the location of the point D. Understandable?
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Very good.
So colorful.
Yeah.
Got all the
Okay.
primary colors.
So now
Only three. Yes, sir.
on uh, now answering to Sankalp's question, try to
Sankalp's question.
imagine. Yeah, try to imagine I have these 4 points, no? A, B, C, D. If I
Yes, sir.
join A to B, B to C, C to D, and D to A, what is the name of that picture?
Quadrilateral.
A
Quadrilateral.
closed figure.
Exactly, a quadrilateral, right?
Yeah.
If
Sir,
I
but in this
join
case, there's four.
only,
But then, like,
Everything is supposed
yes,
to.
most
yes,
cases,
in this case, similarly, another question. Okay, let's join A to B, B to C, C to A. What do I get?
angle.
Triangle.
Triangle. A to B, B to C, and C to A.
Triangle, sir.
Okay.
Triangle.
Yes. So, do we get triangles in this setup? So, geometry
man.
comes. Do we get
Yes.
quadrilateral in this setup?
Yes, sir.
So, geometry comes. Likewise,
We even get a line
any
segment. So
picture, we even get a line segment by
A to
joining
B.
A, B, A, C, B, D, whatever. So, any figure which you want to think of in geometry, you just have to put proper coordinates and bring it here.
Yes, sir.
Understandable?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I uh, have this question for you. Okay. Try this. Hmm. This is the question. Have a picture also for you.
No, can we annotate? No, we can't.
Yes, yes.
So put the picture
Just
as a screenshot and then.
I have a picture for you. That is how the
Oh, yeah,
picture
but
looks like.
Oh, you already showed it.
Okay. 3, 6 is here.
Sir,
3,
D is
2
686, sir.
is
It's
here.
like there in the figure.
Don't
C
touch it.
is 8, 2. What is the coordinate of D?
Yeah, I got a graph out of online.
Sir,
Now
it
I have
should
to
be
check. 1 second, sir. 3, 6. I can't annotate.
Think over and then tell.
1 second, sir.
D is 8, 6.
Yes, sir.
we know it. He's asking how.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 1 second, sir. Uh,
Sir, because it's 8 on, it's because it's 8 on x-axis and 6 on y-axis. That's it.
Hey, look at the
Yes,
question. This
yes.
program
Okay, fine.
how does that guy leave that comment?
So the procedure, of course, if you had these graph, these two axes, you can easily guess 8, 6. But how? So we start
Sir,
in
I'll
this
tell.
way,
Sir.
right? Okay.
Sir, so the ordinate of A and B, so we calculate the difference of both of them, and it's 0 and 4, right, sir? it's 0 in the x-axis and 4 in the y-axis. So we just simply add it with the c coordinate because it is falls in the same straight line as D. We
Yeah.
add it with it and we get 8, 6.
Yeah, just a verbal way of reasoning is enough. So see, being a rectangle, can you tell the length of the side AB?
A, B,
Sir, it
sir.
is 4 centimeter.
4,
A, B.
not centimeter and all.
You will never know.
AB is
You as
4
well.
units. Yes,
4
we
units.
don't know the units. Making sense? What is the BC?
4 units.
Uh,
4
sir,
units.
it is 5 units, 5 units, 5 units,
How?
5 units. Hey,
Is
BC, da.
units.
8 minus 3.
BC. I
BC.
thought you said DC.
BC. Now CD, how much is that? We
Sir,
don't
4
know.
Oh,
units.
4
But it should be
units.
equal to
Oh, yeah.
AB, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Now, in terms of, if I assume D to be X and Y, in terms of X and Y, what is CD length?
8, 6.
Sir, how do we know AB is equal to DC, sir?
It's a
It's a
rectangle.
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 I know, but if we don't know D, how do we know AB is equal to DC?
It's given in the question, bro.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. So CD, the length of CD in terms of X and Y, isn't it just Y minus 2?
Yes, sir.
Right? Like this much is the length, correct?
Yes, sir.
And what is AB 4? It means Y is 6. Similarly, AD must be equal to BC. Then AD is this length. AD in terms of X and Y is X minus 3, right?
Okay. X minus 3, sir. Yes.
And BC, I know it is 5. So X
Yes.
is 8.
Oh my God.
Therefore, XY, whom we call D, is 8 comma 6.
Yes, sir.
Understandable?
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
So rest of this chapter will continue in next class. So
Okay,
see you in
sir.
next class then.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Bye,
you,
In
sir. Bye,
next,
sir.
next class, we will understand how to interpret linear equations in this plane, in this setup. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All the
Thank you,
best.
sir.
Good
Bye,
night.
sir.
Thank you,
And
sir.
thank you,
Bye,
sir. Bye,
sir.
sir.